You know, if The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild gets a remaster or a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade, there are some other Nintendo Switch games I would like to see get a free upgrade. I mean, for one, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 would be a great game to get some sprucing up. And you know what? Throw in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well. Tears of the Kingdom, of course. I mean, we are getting Breath of the Wild, or assuming we're getting Breath of the Wild according to this Nintendo Switch leak. So Tears of the Kingdom 2. I mean, heck, even third-party games like the Doom games would be great to have a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade. What about you guys? What games do you want to see a Nintendo Switch 2 upgrade or remasters? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo Show, where we take the gaming news format that channels like Spawnwood or Arlo do, add a dash of animation and some cool editing on top to bring you your gaming news, leaks, and rumors in a fresh new way. If you're new here and want to be kept up on everything gaming, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like if you enjoy the video and dislike if not, and have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. In this video, we are going to talk about a Nintendo Switch leak from Midori over on Twitter, who's responsible for quite a lot of Nintendo Switch leaks and also leaks from Atlus and Sega. Piero, another prominent Nintendo Switch leaker, also chimes in as well, and there is also some Square Enix news as well that's very exciting for the Nintendo Switch 2. We'll be talking about how this will affect the releases on the Switch 2 and overall what this means for the future of the Nintendo Switch. If you guys enjoy this video, leave a like, it helps the video reach more viewers when you do, and if you want to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is RoboRob93. Without further delay, let's get on to the topics. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting a ton of different Nintendo Switch leaks right after Nintendo themselves have confirmed that it is indeed coming in 2025. They not only discussed that during their Q&A, but they also talked about their plans for Nintendo Directs, which they confirmed that a June 2024 Nintendo Direct is gonna happen, which I cannot wait for that. I can't wait to get all of these new Nintendo Switch games. I'm hoping for those Zelda ports, fingers crossed. Now, recent Nintendo Switch leaks call for it to be as powerful as the PS4 and PS4 Pro with 256GB of RAM and a bunch of other things. Add in other leaks and rumors that could end up being true, like DLSS used in the Nintendo Switch 2, which could be a huge deal for past games and future games. I mean, I'm definitely gonna buy it day one if I can even be fast enough. I'm always putting money away, so I'm gonna be putting money away for the Switch 2 as well from my contractor job, about 50 every paycheck or so. What about you guys? Day one, or are you gonna wait? Now, I think one thing that's on a lot of people's minds is Nintendo gonna do ports and upgrades for past Nintendo Switch games? What about games like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Super Mario Odyssey, and other Nintendo Switch games that could use a big upgrade, or would be cool to have a big upgrade? Well, Midori on Twitter has some interesting things to say about her Nintendo Switch leaks about when we could see some of these games, or at least one of the games, Breath of the Wild, on the Nintendo Switch 2. For those who don't know, Midori is a pretty popular Nintendo leaker and Sega leaker and Atlus leaker. She also seems to also have some inside knowledge on Square Enix as well, and a lot of other places. This is what she has to say. There is a project at Nintendo with codename U-King-O. It might be related to rumors of the next Nintendo console codename. Now, someone under her tweet said this in the reply to add more context and more information. This is an enhanced version of Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild's codename is U-King for Switch 1 ports. Nintendo likes to add on suffix S to the game's codename, but this one has an O suffix, which they have never used before. I think this is for a successor, or the successor. And Midori replies with this, N-C for 3DS, because 3DS is CTR. Now, another Nintendo insider, Piero, who leaked the last Nintendo Direct, the Partner Direct, and also Nintendo World Championship, he also leaked that as well, came out and said this: I knew that codename, but never thought it could be related to Ounce or something, to be honest. Midori has a great point here. Now again, if you look at the codename for the Zelda games right here on your screen right now, Breath of the Wild was U-King, and other ones of past Zelda games have different codenames. And funny enough, there are some Zelda related things that have popped up in the last month or so. On March 14th, Nintendo put out a trademark for a description of Link. These two things are pretty odd coincidence if we are going to be getting a Zelda Breath of the Wild upgrade or port or whatever they're going to be doing with this game. If Nintendo is making a port, the question is it going to be free? Is it going to be an upgrade? Or is it going to be its own own standalone purchase, $60. Personally, I think it should be free if we already bought Tears of the Kingdom, especially since the prices never seem to go down anyways. Or I meant Breath of the Wild, but you guys get my point. Since the prices never really go down anyways, making us pay $60 for a better version of the game that you already have on your already console that's already selling and still selling would feel a little bit iffy to me anyways. So a free upgrade in my books is perfect. And another question is Nintendo going to start doing more games? We know Nintendo has been going pretty port crazy when it comes to Nintendo Switch games from other platforms like the GameCube, the 3DS, the Nintendo DS, the Wii, and so on. So is Nintendo going to port some of those games that were on the Nintendo Switch over to the Nintendo Switch 2 and have those upgrades? The reason I can see Nintendo doing this for the Nintendo Switch 2 is it's going to give people a reason to pick up the Nintendo Switch 2. Now the question is it going to be smarter to make people pay $60, which I don't want. I want it to be a free upgrade or a free upgrade. Personally, I think a free upgrade would be better. That way Nintendo can say, hey, if you get the Switch 2, you can download a free upgrade for the games that you already own and play them at a higher frame rate and resolution. And then if it's a game where if they had to cut back on content and all those extra tidbits and extra quality of life things that they didn't think about that, maybe then they could charge not full price. I don't want full price, but maybe like a free $10 upgrade or $5 upgrade or something like that. Again, if they're adding more content into the already existing game. Also could be something else going on here. This could be something part of DLSS. For those who don't know, DLSS is basically a way to make games run and look better by using AI. So is this something to do with DLSS and Nintendo's games? Could this actually be a way for Nintendo to give people free upgrades and make games run better automatically when you pop in the Switch cartridge? I'm no developer, so I don't know exactly how that works, but if that is something that will happen, that would be fantastic. Imagine if you just pop in your games and it gets an upgraded frame rate and it just looks better and runs better. That would be pretty cool in my opinion. And moving on to some more Nintendo Switch 2 news, it seems that Square Enix isn't really doing too well. According to Square Enix, their profitability in HD game development wasn't exactly what they wanted, essentially. A lot of these games didn't really make as much as they thought they were going to make. And this has prompted them to pretty much go multi-platform. There ain't going to be really a lot of exclusives on, say, PlayStation. And quite honestly, for Square Enix, I think that's the best thing to do, especially when it comes to the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch. The reason why this is big is because this means that we're going to be getting a lot of these Square Enix games on the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I think I could say that for a lot of different games, because the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be powerful enough to run a lot of these games. So when games like the Final Fantasy VII remakes come, it might also come to the Nintendo Switch 2, and they also might port over Final Fantasy 16 or Rebirth or the first game as well. Final Fantasy VII Remake. It also makes me wonder if Square Enix will also look at the Kingdom Hearts games and maybe finally put them on the cartridge. I don't know, it's very exciting. I always thought that a lot of games, even past games from Square Enix like the 13 series, I am a big 13 series fan. Never finished the first game, but 13-2 and Lightning Returns, I absolutely love it. I sunk so many hours into that. So getting those on the Nintendo Switch would just be amazing. I think this also feeds into the larger topic of developers supporting the Nintendo Switch 2 compared to the beginning of the Nintendo Switch. We know that a lot of developers were very iffy on the original Nintendo Switch coming off of the Wii U, which is kind of understandable. I mean, the Wii U, I love the Wii U, but let's be honest, it was a big flop. The Switch is the complete opposite, and now they're seeing the Switch 2, especially when compared to the PS5 and Xbox Series X, which are already having development costs go into the stratosphere, and other development costs of other games too, with all the layoffs going on and stuff. I think a lot of companies are looking to be more multi-platform now, to make more bang for their buck, you know? And I suspect that even more platforms will start doing that. Xbox is already doing that, actually. Square Enix is just the next company to do it. I'd be interested to see if Sony started doing that as well. I mean, they are releasing games on the PC. It's going to be interesting to see if there's going to be a future very, very soon that there are going to be a lot of multi-platform releases. Like Assassin's Creed was just announced, which is another news piece I want to talk about because I love Assassin's Creed. And I'm hoping Assassin's Creed Japan, or I guess Shadow as it's called now, that's the official name now, Assassin's Creed Shadow, is going to be revealed on May 15th. Is that also going to come to the Nintendo Switch 2? I mean, that would be fantastic as well. I don't know, it gets me excited. The Nintendo Switch 2 is very exciting for me, if you guys couldn't tell. And now, compared to the past couple years, I have a full-time job as a contractor. You know, contractors make pretty decent money, so I'll have enough to actually buy the games. Within reason, because things are more expensive now, so now that I'm making more money, things get more expensive. It all kind of just sort of evens out, but you guys know what I mean. But what do you guys think about this? Are you excited to play Breath of the Wild at potentially 4K 60 FPS? Or at the very least a higher resolution or more consistent frame rate? And what other games do you think could benefit from the Switch Pro patch? And what do you think about the Square Enix stuff? Are you excited for more Square Enix games to hit the Nintendo Switch? And also, are you excited for Assassin's Creed Shadows? I know a lot of people don't really care about it probably. Most of you guys are Nintendo fans, but I love Assassin's Creed through the ups and downs, you know? I'm still a fan. I have my gripes, especially when it comes to Ubisoft, but overall, I am a fan. Let me know in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next video. I gotta go to bed soon, and I still have to get my cardio, and I still gotta lift weights, and I also want to work on that 1993 Mario movie as well, or the animation that I'm gonna be doing for you guys. It's a big animation, so I'll see you guys later. And if not on your way out, make sure you subscribe for more videos and also have that notification bell on. And if you want to support the channel in any other way, there is my Patreon and Twitter account in the pinned comment if you're interested in those. Oh, and also have this donut if you're still sticking around for me rambling. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one.